Today we're going to be going over the dumbbell reverse lunge. When considering the dumbbell reverse lunge, we're actually going to go back to doing a stationary lunge in which when we go through that step or getting into that position, just as I did, I'm going to actually try to get to the spot where my stance would be in a normal stationary lunge, where we would be in place going straight up and straight down without moving that leg. Okay, so the reverse lunge just means that that step, getting into our lunge position, into that nice form and technique spot, is going to be the same exact spot as a normal stationary or a forward or walking lunge. So everything else stays the same besides one quick thing. When we're going through that step, we're actually going to break at the hips first, meaning we're going to hinge just slightly, just so that way we can get that weight over top of the leg before we start getting into that actual step backwards. So what that looks like here again, when I break at the hips first, right? Break so then that step can get back. Now I'm already over top of that knee or over top of that quad muscle. So that way when I go down through that lunge, I'm targeting the quad and a little bit of the glute on the backside. That is what helps with that reverse lunge step. And then when we're going through, we can either think about being dominant through the quad and standing straight up like a normal stationary or walking or forward lunge. Or we can actually turn reverse lunge into a little bit more hamstring dominant or glute dominant. So when we take that hip hinge backwards through that step, when I'm going down, what I'm going to think about is I'm actually going to think about pushing those hips forward to help stand up rather than driving that foot through the ground and standing straight up in that sort of already hinged or already weight over the toes or weight over the knee position. So the difference again being, if I'm hips back and I'm pushing my hips forward, right, that is hamstring dominant, I am thinking about standing up all the way through that entire motion, or hips back first and I'm driving through that foot and I'm still staying in that slightly hinged, and that will target the quad out front. So that is the reverse lunge, taking every step through a normal stationary lunge, but that step is just backwards, making sure that we are about shoulder width apart no matter what, keeping those shoulders back, letting that chest come over the front side of the body so we hit those targeted areas, targeted muscles, and then from there, dumbbells down at the side like normal. So reverse lunge here.